Okay, I think we should cheers. Okay. Because this is the first time we've gotten together in like...
Mine's really full.
3 months.
I don't want to spill on her sweater. Cheers. I don't want
to
spill
cheers.
Air
cheers.
Air cheers. Yeah,
okay.
Because I'll cry. I'll cry if I spill it on your sweater.
Meh. It's got coffee kind of colors in it. It'd probably blend in just fine.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So welcome to the latest episode of the Fiber Girls. My name is Kayla. I'm the owner and dyer behind Wipsonsticks Fiber Co.
I'm Sarah, Sarahstevens. I'm also I'm the owner. we haven't done this in a long time together. But anyways, right. I'm the owner behind Graceland Wool.
I didn't know if there was more to that.
I don't know.
There's a cliffhanger.
I'm Sarah Mahan. I'm the owner and dyer behind SeraCraft Yarn. And we're back.
We are here.
So, hi.
Yeah. It's been a few months.
Right.
Like 4.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Sarah and I have started doing our podcast again.
Right, and they're amazing. I've been watching and trying to comment, and I'm jealous. You guys have been doing so well.
So Sarah says Hello Grace, and mine is SeraCraft Studios.
Good job for remembering that.
And so if you haven't tuned in, we're doing little short, sort of weekly or every 2 week.
Yeah, episodes. I like the weekly, like short. It's like checking in with you. I really like that. That's one thing I love about like Wool and Vine Yarn. She has a set like I think it's every week for her.
Yeah.
I really like it. I've been watching you guys. So I've been lurking on the internet.
It's been really weird.
I think it's good though. Like I didn't realize how much I missed my own podcast because for me it kind of like it's like a diary, like a journal, like a log of what I'm working on. And so because I suck at Ravelry. I really suck at Ravelry.
I'm
trying to get better at it.
I have not logged into Ravelry in a really long
time. And so for me it's like that's just a way for me to like see what I've been doing and working on, and I don't know, I like it.
Did you start this by the way?
No. We should probably start it right now.
We're trying to time ourselves so that we don't like run over and create something super long, and we've already failed at starting the timer, so that's a bonus 5 minutes for you guys. We're not charging. Okay, go.
Okay, so let's see. We'll put below where you can find us all over on Instagram and Ravelry and all of that stuff, and we'll put our other YouTube channels down below. Show notes maybe-ish.
You know what?
We'll see. I don't know. I usually update my Ravelry pages. So for mine, you can usually look and they're fairly updated.
And if you're really wanting to know something, just ask us.
I was going to say,
we'll reply.
Just make a comment below on the video if you don't remember or want to know, and we'll let you know. Because show notes take a really long time. And for all 3 of us. And so it's different when it's just one person doing the show notes for their own podcast. But trying to wrangle all 3 of us, it's like herding cats. So... Let's just be honest.
It's so appropriate.
So I just want to talk about my new mug. Sarah got me a birthday present.
I love it.
I love it so much.
For another person who's obsessed with mugs. So.
Oh my gosh. Look at this little knot up there. I love it.
It's glamorous.
I'm glad. It's so beautiful.
It's so you.
I love it so much. It's going to be my new mug. No one's going to get to touch it. I have one other mug that no one's allowed to use at my house.
Yeah.
It has the leaves on it. It's like the hand.
I don't have to worry because my husband doesn't drink hot drinks ever, so I get all the coffee mugs.
I have a couple
no
that no one
competition.
can touch, but I have my cabinet's too small for my mugs. I don't have too many mugs. The cabinet is too small.
That's usually how it goes.
You should see my kitchen.
Oh
my
god,
teeny tiny.
So funny. So let's see. Okay, let's jump in because
let's do it because we're already getting sidetracked.
Right.
Okay.
We suck at this.
Kayla, what are you wearing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I am wearing my recently, as of yesterday, I wove in the ends, my Wintersole sweater.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
I am in love with it. It is so cozy. It's knit with like a worsted weight, so it's really thick and warm. And I didn't even need a jacket coming in here, and it's pretty cold outside. Well, no, kind of. We're getting our weird, like, rainy spring now, but I am in love with it. I want to knit another one, I think, in finer yarn. This one I knit in like Hobby Lobby. It was a big gift package I got from a friend for my birthday. I'm not a fan of the singles that it was. I don't know. Like, I had a hard time with it. I mean, it makes it look super rustic, but it did a lot of this, like, thick, thin stuff. And I think I would definitely try it. I would want to try it in, like, a softer, like, merino blend. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it, you know, for what it is.
It's so pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
Our last podcast, you had just cast that on.
Yeah, I feel like you were...
Yeah, you were like in the yoke.
Somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I put it away for a long time, and then just recently I was like, I need to get this done. For a while I had one sleeve, and that was it. And then just this last week I knit the other sleeve. Why do sleeves always take so long? I don't know.
It's really silly.
And I debated, because it says you can do without the color work at the sleeve, but I feel like...
No, I love it.
It really makes... Oh, it stands out even better on camera than in person.
Yeah, I love it.
Just, I'm in love. I really like this I-cord neckline here. It went a little wider than I thought it would, but I don't hate it.
No, I kind of like that it's wider.
You know, normally I don't do more of like the boat neck type necklines, but I think it works. So
yeah,
I'm pleased with it. I'm very happy. This was supposed to be my Thanksgiving sweater, I think. And it's April. But it's done. So.
Yeah, so that, I feel like, we all, those sweaters we started at that time of year.
Right.
Mine's in a timeout.
My Guthrie just has not been touched.
Can we talk about these? Oh my gosh.
What are you wearing first?
Yes,
I know that's been done for a while.
This has been done for a long time. I think I finished this 2 years ago. It's a Caitlin Hunter.
Has it been 2 years already?
Yeah, I think it has. Pattern. It's the Codicus.
It's beautiful.
I really love this shawl. It's super warm and cozy. It was my very first time ever doing color work flat.
How do you feel about that? Because I've been afraid.
It was not hard.
Really?
It was not hard at all. She wrote the directions very easily.
See, even the floats are pretty, though. You have to show that. Like, oh my gosh, look at those floats.
I always like looking
at
floats.
They're gorgeous. What is that, like, hashtag show your floats? Is there a
hashtag yes. There's a hashtag for everything.
People love it. Oh my gosh.
So I used Madeline Tosh DK, and I had 4 colors, and I did the color work wrong. Like this up here, or one of the colors in here, the gray, I think that I did in here was actually supposed to be the peach.
I think
it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter.
It's beautiful.
I think that's the beauty of doing color work. So thanks, guys. I love it. It made me, pulling this out again, made me want to knit another shawl, like another one like this, like a color work one.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to.
Isn't that funny how that is sometimes?
So pretty.
Yeah. And I almost would do this one again, but like maybe make it bigger somehow. I don't know how you'd make it bigger.
I don't know.
But
you could do another repeat, maybe.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe another repeat.
Or do like the solid sections longer or something.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, awesome. I don't know the colorway names. I think I actually did put those on my Ravelry page.
I feel like you did.
I think I was trying to be good at that point, and then I sucked. Yeah. So, what are you wearing?
I am wearing my newly finished, unshown, Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Mowry.
And now I need to knit one.
You need to knit one.
God.
I love it. Not all the ends are woven in, but if you know me at all, you know that I don't usually weave the ends in. I loved this knit. It was really quick. There were a few, I didn't do a lot of modifications. I used all indie dyed yarn, and they're all on my project page because I did update that. I did the sleeve a little bit differently because I know that she had the fading a certain way for the cuff. I did not do that because I literally have a little bit of this hedgehog color. This is Dragonfly. I have a little bit of this left, like a ball that's maybe... I'm turning the wrong way. This way. I used every bit of every other yarn because I did, so like it's worsted weight at the top, which was Oloop's in one of her Practical Magic colorways called the Ants. And then the rest of them were all fingering, and I held them double. And I used every bit of yarn.
Holy cow.
Every single bit. Like so for the giant shawl collar, woo! It's huge. It's like I told Dustin when we were out, we did a bonfire, and the kids and him slept in the treehouse last night. And I was like, if it starts raining, I've got a hood.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
So anyway, it's huge. But I ended up doing the hedgehog on the edge of the collar, which I wasn't going to do, but I actually really like it.
I love that you did it.
But I had to because I ran out of everything else. I had no choice.
Beautiful.
I was like, I'm going to have to call Lydia with an emergency. I need more.
I know. Yarn. She texted me and she's like, dude, I think I'm going to run out. I was like, no, I think you'll be fine.
I totally ran out.
She completely ran out.
I don't even have enough to do a square in any of my blanket situation. Nothing.
Oh my goodness. I mean, worth it though. It is stunning.
Thank you. I love it.
Absolutely beautiful.
So
yeah, we I knit the same sweater. We've actually just been kind of like knitting some things together, which has been really fun. So I hope you jump on that.
I'm getting back into it. I've been so productive.
And so I knit the same one. I did different colors.
Oh,
so
I love it so much.
I don't remember all of them. I did not add the darker color on my shawl. And I kind of wish that this darker color was on my shawl, but that's okay. I don't have any left of it. So I wouldn't have been able to anyways, but like I have like, it would have been silly. And I don't have any of the dandori or whatever. The only modification that I made 2 modifications. I did not do the cuff like the pattern was written. Like Sarah did the cuff how it was written. It's like garter. I did a 2x2 ribbing, except for it's like a 2x2x1 at the very end because I didn't have enough and I didn't make another stitch.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, whatever. Doesn't matter. No one else is going to know but me.
Right.
So I did that, and I did an extra long cuff. I did like 3 inches or something. And then the other modification was like I didn't read the pattern modification. I did not realize that I was not fading my sweater correctly until like down here. She actually has fading directions, like how you should fade them. Yeah, and Sarah followed.
Be able to.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah,
and so
it's
gorgeous. Like you can on the garter side, you can't really tell, but if you look inside, you can see the lines are a little bit. If that had been the right side, I would not have done it the way she said to do it because I don't like how that looks. But on this side, it's fine.
It's way more.
And I
subtle.
don't think you can tell.
I don't think you can
that you didn't do it that way. I can see only because you pointed out to me.
Yeah, right here is when I started.
It's interesting because you have like that bright color at the end that really just kind of lines it. Yeah. And it's 2 different ways to do the same thing. Like yours is a little bit more of a subtle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love them both so much.
Like it slowly gets these super bright pops and then it gets more and more and more of them.
Yeah.
Which I love it.
I love both of them. I want to knit another one of these again. I do feel like I've already worn this so many times.
This is my first time wearing it.
I love it, and it's warm and it's cozy. We talked about like I do feel like I want to do something differently with the shawl. Like I wish that this part was wider. Yeah. So like the next time I do it, like I almost would want to make this part bigger, but maybe not continue to make the shawl bigger. How in the heck you do that? I don't know.
Beyond my skills.
I don't know because it sits open and like I don't like open cardigans. You could use a shawl pin. I suppose you could put buttons, but I think it would look weird.
Yeah, I just feel like
now I know why Carmen told me not to do that because she's like, sure you could, but I don't think it will look good. And Carmen's one of my friends. I don't know if you know Carmen. No. I won't say her last name on there.
Yeah,
anyways.
You probably should.
So anyway, but yeah, you know what's funny though is no matter how much I love a pattern, I almost never will knit the same thing twice. I don't like to. I have a couple of times like the barley hat or the flat sweater I've knit multiple times for the kids. But I don't like repeat knitting. There's too many things I want to knit.
It depends for me. I think that there are some things that I'm willing to, like, I just think it's a staple, and I would, if I were shopping at the store, I would buy it in multiple colors.
Well, yes, I can see that.
So,
but like our list of sweaters is
so bad.
For me, I'm lucky to get one FO, so.
Oh my gosh. We were writing out our list of sweaters, and I think we had, like, I don't know, combined maybe 20.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Sure.
With some repeats.
I might have my list.
For me, enough knitting for the next 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So, very enjoyable knit. If you haven't knit this sweater, I really think you should. I think it's a great sweater.
Sorry, bang that down.
Sarah's getting serious over there. Pay attention.
So, anyway. I have one other FO, but it's not with me, and I plan to record an episode this week, so I'll show it on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to record too. So, I didn't bring all my stuff, but I knew you'd be wearing this. So
yeah, I have a few FOs that I've either gifted or I've been knitting. When I get anxious, and I have been a lot lately, I knit washcloths. So I've knit like 13 washcloths and just given them away, like, because they're done in like a day. And I found this huge bag of like cotton yarn, and I've just been going for it.
Good
you don't have
you.
to think about it.
Awesome.
I love hand knit dishcloths. I hate knitting with cotton yarn.
Me too.
Hate it.
I don't
It
care
hurts
for it.
my hands. It cramps my hands a lot.
Yeah.
And I heard that dishy is easier on your hands than like sugar and cream, but I mean, it's still cotton.
Hobby Lobby's cotton is really soft.
Is it?
I really like it, yeah.
Maybe I'll try that. I haven't figured out. I thought maybe I would try crocheting them. You're a crocheter. Maybe you have a suggestion for like.
I don't like crochet dishcloths.
No?
Oh.
I thought maybe it'd be easier on my hands.
They're clunky, and when they get wet, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I want a thinner, kind of scrubbier fabric. I've tried crochet dishcloths. I'm not a fan. And that's my opinion. Other people, I mean, there's books and tons of patterns out there, but I would rather knit them.
Well, if you guys have ideas, weigh in too.
that's
Because
good to
I'd
know.
like to know.
Unless they're the ones that people will crochet, like the scrubby, like rounds with like tulle and things like that.
Yeah.
Those are really good crocheted, and they're really fast. You know, so if you want like a scrubber, but if you want something like a washcloth softer, I would knit it. Just my experience.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Darn it.
I mean, they're faster and they're beautiful. I like crocheted. You can crochet them and use them as like doilies, hot pads. I like those crocheted, but if they're gonna get wet, I don't like them.
That makes sense. Okay.
They're just too bulky for me.
It makes sense. Well, what else?
Yeah, what are we going to talk about
Okay,
next?
so I finished my Garden of Shadows mitts, which I don't have them with me because I gave them to my mom. But I can post. I did take a finished object photo, and I will put it on my Instagram later at wipsonsticks. So I'll do that. I also finished a pair of socks. These are my blueberry waffle socks in SeraCraft yarn. This was the big skein from the Advent swap that we did, and it was called Land of Sweets. And it is the perfect, like, I feel like this is my pair of the Easter socks this year. Like,
it's such a good Easter color.
Easter colors. They're still a little wet because I realized last night that I wanted to show them, and I've been wearing them so much they were filthy, so I had to wash them real quick. And they're not quite dry, so I've been, like, hanging them.
That kind of makes me want to cast on mine now.
I did my first German short row heels.
Amelia wants to make her socks with mine.
And I absolutely love the German short row heel. And I did the thing, because it did leave really big holes in the corners. I did the thing where you pick up 2 stitches in the corner, and then like over the next 4 rounds you slowly like decrease and come back, and that worked so nicely. I think I almost like it better. Like, there's places where an afterthought heel is more appropriate, but if I had to choose, I would definitely do German short rows again. Like, I don't know what I was scared of. I was terrified of it.
I like doing them too. I just wish they fit better for me.
Well, do you do, I don't remember if you said, I knit like another inch of stockinette up the back.
No, I may try.
Did you do that?
Because I did, the pair I did was for my son, and he and I both have very narrow feet, and very narrow heels, and they just slid right down, and the heels ended up under the arch of his foot in his shoe, and he hates them.
Yeah, these, I haven't had a problem. I've been wearing them constantly. They're kind of, they're abused. But yeah, I did like an extra, just about an inch of stockinette up the top, and that seemed to really help and kind of create like that faux heel flap type thing.
Maybe I'll try that.
I think I read about that. There was another heel pattern I followed where they suggested that with like a short row heel, and it really changes how it fits, at least for me.
So did you knit them toe up or cuff down?
Toe up, yep. And I do toe up just because, usually I do toe up. I like to have a lot of stretch here because I have chunkier calves. So if I want to do a longer sock, it's easier for me to do a very stretchy bind off.
Than a stretchy cast on.
Yeah, for me. Sense. So, you know.
I have the exact opposite because I can't get if I do toe up, I don't like how the toe usually looks when I do toe up. But when I bind off, it's like, it's always too loose. And I can't. Or it's too tight, and then I can't. I have like little chicken legs, and then I can't get. If I do it tighter, I can't get it over my heel, and I have really high arch. I can't get them on.
Gotcha.
But I did, on this, I did the Jenny's surprisingly stretchy situation.
Bind off. Yep.
And it's surprisingly stretchy.
That's my favorite bind off.
I hadn't done it before, and maybe I should try that on socks. Because I feel like I tried it a long time ago, but that when I did it this time, I went, oh, I was doing that wrong.
That's how it always is for me.
See, I follow Very Pink Knits has a stretchy bind off that I am in love with, and it's really simple. I don't remember what it is right now, but Very Pink Knits, if you look for it, she has like, if you just look like stretchy bind off. I love her videos. She actually helped me learn how to knit.
She has great videos.
Because I learned recently.
That's awesome.
So yeah. Socks.
Are you working on any other socks?
Yes.
Okay, I'm working on socks too. Do we want to talk about socks? Because we all have socks.
Woohoo!
All right. Let's talk about socks.
Okay.
Socks. No, we can't say that. That's trademark.
That's somebody else's.
No.
Okay, so I'm finally getting these buggers done.
Oh my god.
So I have one done. This is, and I still haven't ripped out this stupid toe. Like, I'm so pissed. Ticked. I don't know. Does it matter if I say pissed?
No.
Okay. I was at work and I wanted to start the next sock. And so I didn't have anything and I could have just put it on scrap yarn, but I knew that would be stupid because I would lose it or pull it out or something and I'd have a sock unraveled. So I did a 3-needle bind off, which doesn't look terrible, right?
No, it looks fine.
It feels awful. I hate it so much. So much to the point where it reminds me of regular, like, store-bought socks. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate store-bought socks when you can feel the little seam. So I typically don't ever wear socks unless it's my hand knits because then I don't feel a seam, right? So I still have to rip that stupid thing out. But I have gotten a little bit farther.
Love that colorway.
Me too. This is Hedgehog Fibers in the Pesto colorway. And I just think it's the funnest, brightest.
You nailed it.
It's awesome.
Do you know, is that a color they always have?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Because I feel like my son really loves green. And I feel like he's having a hard time picking.
Yeah.
Like, he looked through my stash. He couldn't find yarn in my stash. He like, what? But I feel like he would like that.
So I love this colorway. Yep. I love it. I love it so much. I feel like it's a good, like, I would even incorporate this into like some sort of a color work, something, sweater thing. I think it would be a really fun little extra pop of something.
Yeah.
So I'm just knitting like little shorty socks and I'm using obviously DPNs. These are my 2.0 millimeter Knitter's Pride carbons. And I have found that for me, when I'm using DPNs, carbons are the only ones that I really like to use.
Me too.
I tried some Zings, and I don't like those. I tried some Hayas, and I don't like those.
I've been looking at the Chowgu ones, only because I love everything else that I've tried from them, but I'm torn between those or the Chowgu.
I love the carbons, because I like that they have the metal tip, but then, so it's easy to get in, it's pointy enough, and it's a smooth tip, but then there's a little bit of grip in the middle.
I love the grip.
I was thinking of trying the Chowgu also for the same reason, but I really like the carbons. I'd like to get another set because then I could do socks in tandem, maybe.
I have like 7 sets, but it's only because I had a really big problem with starting socks.
Yeah.
And not finishing them for a really long time.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So I have a lot, but it's been handy because then I really don't have to worry about the fact that if I lose a needle, because it's like, oh, I just grabbed 5, so it's right. Right. So anyways, that's where I am on my socks.
They're so cute.
Gross.
Well, I started new socks for Amelia, and
they're so cute.
Okay, she's 4, but I mean, they're little shorties, so you know, cute. But they're just so cute.
They're so cute.
It's just it's 44 stitches. I'm using,
sweetest thing. I love it so much.
Thank you. They're really cute. Anyway, well, I'll go back to that. So it's 44 stitches. I'm using Haya US 0 2.0 millimeter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she said, well, if you hadn't already done the heel, I would have you do contrast heel and toe. But she's like, but you already did that part, so that's okay.
She's so cute. She's a doll. I love her.
So this is a skein of yarn I've had forever, and I don't have the tag with me, but the company is Maui. It was like right on the tip of my tongue, and then as soon as I said it, it went away. I will put it below or in my Ravelry or something, but it's Maui dyed yarn or something, and then also the colorway is called Surfer Boy Blue. And then I'm gonna do one of the
I love that color.
One of the Advent colors.
Your Advent color is over there.
And I was like, oh, sorry. One of the Advent colors from the swap that we did. So this is one of Sarah's Expecto Patronum. And so that's going to be the little toe, which is really fun. Anyway.
It works so well.
So that'll be good. So I'm doing that for her, and I just started that again. I think I started these socks about 3 times, and I just never wanted to do them. And I did them the other day because I needed something.
I feel like such a bad parent sometimes because I do so much selfish knitting, and then my kids are like, "Are you still working on that pair of socks for me?" Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
I know. I'm a selfish knitter too. Both my kids love hand knit socks, and they both want socks. Liam can't decide on colors that he likes right now for socks. Amelia has picked out her next 3 pair.
She's got them all lined up. She's like, all right, Mom.
So, anyway.
See, for me, it's my mom. Like, these next 2 whips I have, they're both going to my mom. And I've already given her, she got my gloves that I just finished. Like,
that's so nice.
She comes over. Well, this one, she actually picked out the colors herself. And you might remember these from a really, really long time ago.
Oh, I
lost mine.
Mine are in the cabinet.
My Waiting for Henry socks.
I am so angry that mine are lost. Those are gorgeous.
They are so pretty.
Thank you. I still have to put the heel in. I'm trying to decide. I really kind of wanted it in the sangria color. So this is Graceland wool yarn mostly. This is Pacific Northwest Dreams, and then the little darker color here is Sangria by Graceland Wool. And then this is a mini from Yarn Cafe Creations. It didn't have a name because it came in a sock set. But my mom picked out these colors, and these are supposed to be to her last year. But I put it away.
This year's fine.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I distracted her with socks and gloves and other things. But I finally, the other day, I cast on the second one. So I'm working. And you know what? After taking such a long, because it's been easily at least 6 months, I think, I actually like 9-inch circulars now. Like, all of a sudden it's clicking where it didn't before. And especially, I'm just flying through this color work section here.
I need to pick those socks back up. I have the second one started, but I'm not even done with the ribbing.
Well, and I'm already looking, I've been looking on, the hashtag on Instagram, and I already want to do them in other colors. I've seen, even the Hey Sister Yarn Co., some of their color combos, their kits for it are so pretty. There's a dark, let's say black one with so
the
pretty
color.
And I like it because it really could be, it's unisex. It's not a specifically girly pattern, I don't think, so. But
I just want to find mine. I like have looked everywhere.
Where they are.
See, but I might need. I really wanted the heels to be this color, so I might need to negotiate with you about getting another mini because I don't know if I'll have enough. I decided not to do a contrast toe, but I don't know if I'll have enough. I'm really bad at guessing. Like I stink at yarn chicken. So I don't know if I'll
Clearly I do too, because I'm like, oh, Sarah, you'll be fine. You have enough yarn.
Right? So I don't want to run out and be like, oh no. So I think I might finish the color work and this, and then I might get like another skein from you, another mini, and just do both the heels and that one, and then, I don't know, do something else with the extra.
Blanket square.
But yeah.
Crochet blanket
nice. Oh, this is my other sock.
I love this colorway.
So pretty.
These are just I'm working on these at Ballet One. So this is Desert Vista Dye Works, and this is the Zombody It's Cold Outside.
I've always wanted
on her Viso base. And then God, I do this every time I record. The heel and cuff is Lolo Did It, and I say it's Hello Gorgeous. Okay, I'll get it right. I am just doing a vanilla sock for me, and then I did a heel flap, square heel turn, and it's just a plain sock. And I'm doing from the Crazy Sock Lady does the little markers every 10 rows, and I started doing that, and now I feel like I'm actually making progress because I'm like, oh, I just did 10 rows. Yes,
especially me because I can't count. My socks are always different sizes.
I just thought I would try it.
That's why I love 2 at a time so much, because it's really hard to mess that up.
I haven't done 2 at a time recently. I should probably do it again, but I didn't.
I think that's smart.
So I'm not saying that I haven't messed it up, but usually.
No, I can't. I am fired from 2 at a time. I end up knitting the stupid socks together because I don't pay attention.
Oh, I do that at least once during a 2 at a time also. But these are on Chalgu US 0 2.0 millimeter, and they're, they're 60 beautiful. Stitch 1x1 ribbing and then stockinette. So
I love the spring colors that are floating around right now.
Yeah, they're really fun, and that's in one of my favorite bags. And I show this bag every time because I use it all the time. And this is a Birch Grove bag with little deer because it reminds me of all the deer outside here.
She has some of my favorite bags. I love the cording that she uses.
Me too.
Bags.
It's me too.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, how are we doing on time?
We're doing good. Are doing really good.
Oh,
we're at 34 minutes right now.
Okay.
It says,
good.
According,
30 minutes.
What else?
Oh, look at that. There's a timer up there.
Yep, you can see there's one.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can see.
So, I'm not very smart, clearly.
What else are we working on?
What else are we working on? I've got 2 more things to show.
I have a test knit. That's all I've got left.
Are you allowed to show it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
How many things do you have left?
I'm just going to show this one, I think.
Okay. I'm going to show this one really quick then.
Okay.
Since I have 2 more things to show.
Love that bag.
Yes, this is...
Oh my gosh.
A Simpler Home.
I like it. It's very sturdy.
It's got little teeny tiny umbrellas all over. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, I thought it was appropriate. April showers, right? I had to use it.
I don't know why that's so cute, but it is. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
oh my God, that's purple.
Yes. So
I couldn't tell.
I cast onto another Andrea Mowry pattern. I always say it wrong. Harlow. For some reason, I keep wanting to call it Marlowe. Don't know why. But I cast onto the Harlow hat. And I had the tag sitting on the counter with yarn to bring, and I forgot to bring it. So I don't know what color this is. It is Madeline Tosh. Twist. Madeline Tosh Twist. Yeah, and it's something like a Midnight Soiree or something. Actually, I think that's correct. Midnight Soiree? Yeah.
It's so
and
pretty.
Then hedgehog fibers in a teacup.
Oh, that's one of my most coveted colorways ever.
Yeah. So I have never knit brioche before, and it is so easy. It is so stupid
That's
easy.
another thing I've been terrified of.
I have been so scared of it. I should have been more scared of the stupid 2-color cast on than actually doing the brioche. So this is what it looks like. So with brioche, I'm sure all of you know, but in case you don't, one side you'll have predominantly one color that sticks out and then the other color that resides to the back. And then the reverse is the opposite, obviously. So fun. And she has this special cast on. She says, use this cast on because it really does make it reversible. You really just have to decide which decrease you like better and choose that as your main color, like the side that it is. But you can see, like, other than the fact that I kind of did it wrong, like I said, the first time doing it, so it's kind of, for me, not as pretty. I did it right at the very end. So stupid.
It looks so good, though.
Yeah, I love it so much.
I'm going to cast on a brioche project very soon, but I have not done that yet.
Yeah, so I love it. It's so stupid, simple. Basically, I guess the only thing I would say is the easiest way to remember which one you're at is you choose one color that's going to be your pearl color and one color that's going to be your knit color. That way when you're doing brioche pearls, you know that you're using this color. And when you're doing brioche knits, you're doing this color. And then the other tip is do not read the directions and try and do it like they say, because they, like, the brioche, like it says like yarn over, slip, or whatever for brioche. Do not just do that because it won't work for you. It actually is like you have to slip and then yarn over.
Oh, anyways. Right. Yeah, I watched a video on it. Like, you do it at the same time. It's not like you slip it and then do a yarn over. You slip it, and while it's still sitting there, you yarn over on top of it so that it makes it like almost like a twin stitch situation on heels or something. You know, like when you're doing that fish lips kiss heel and how it's like 2 stitches together, or a German short row heel and it makes that double stitch. Yeah. It almost does that where they're like on top of each other. Yeah. That's what I gathered from watching videos.
I haven't gotten the courage yet.
I haven't tried it yet. I just watched a couple of videos and I was like, oh, that's different.
Yeah. So it's super simple, I think. I really do enjoy it. So, yay. I cast that on. I can't wait to get it done. I did cast on the smallest size. I will say that. I'm sure people are going to ask. I did not follow the directions and use 2 different needle sizes because I could not find them. So for me, I'm using a US 3. I think you're supposed to use a 2 and a 4. I don't know. And then because brioche is so stretchy, I cast onto the smallest size, and I don't know what I'm going to get. So we'll just see. Like, it might fit me. It might fit Vanessa. Might fit Caitlin. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So, yeah. If anybody had questions about that. Okay. Gorgeous. I only have one more project, so. Yeah. And it's the same one you're doing.
Yeah.
So, Kayla, what are you doing?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
So, I collaborated. I provided yarn support to Wendelica Klein of Little Woolly Things. She is a pattern designer, and a long time ago we decided to do like a Doctor Who inspired shawl slash stole, and so I will be dyeing up. This is the colorway for the kits that we're going to be doing. It's called Mauve and Dangerous.
Okay,
and this is the sparkle.
That is an awesome color.
And I just started, so Wendelica, sorry. I've been trying. Last night I worked a few rows of it. I've never tested it before, and I'm really slow. But I'm trying to be careful and make sure I get everything. But I do have a picture, I believe I can show, of what it is going to look like. She got some gorgeous photos done.
Wow. Oh, that's pretty.
And that's with the yarn shown here.
So pretty.
If I can. That's pretty. But definitely be on the lookout. I'm going to keep updating my progress on Instagram, and I think we're going to start talking about it a lot more. We haven't really talked about it much up to this point. But it's a beautiful, it's got this gorgeous detail, and I don't know if I can safely show. Oops, sorry for the paper. Okay. Part of it. It has this gorgeous detail at the bottom. You can do tassels, and there's this knot, and you probably won't be able to see it. on camera. So basically you do an I-cord and then you knot it and then you apply it, and it's really pretty.
That's cool. That's a neat little detail.
It's going to be a gorgeous evening type, you know, throw over like the top of a dress type little shawl, and I'm really excited about it.
It really looks more like a caplet. Isn't that what those are
right.
called?
Well, I think she's calling it like a stole type thing. I'm bad with the lingo, but yeah. So
really pretty.
And it was inspired by in one of the early episodes, they go to a jazz club, and she mentions it in the intro. And there's an old timey singer there, and so she was inspired by that. And it's just all things Doctor Who and all things beautiful. So yeah.
Nice.
I like her little story down here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so far I'm having a lot of fun reading it, the pattern. I mean, she writes out exactly what to do every row, so you're not really guessing. Yeah. So that's something I'll be working on, and in the future we'll be having kits available.
Cute.
To do that.
And it's such a pretty color.
It is really pretty.
Thank you. And then it comes with the edging is done in it's a little fuzzy. In a darker version of it.
Oh, I like that.
They go together.
Very nice.
And it kind of has these little pops of that in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is some speckling in this, just very subtle, so that they kind of tie together a little bit more.
Cute.
So that's the other thing that I'm really focusing on. I'm trying to get all my whips done. So I'm working on these socks. I finished my sweater. Like, I'm clearing out all my project bags and just kind of like starting over.
I think it's important. Like, we were talking earlier about like, even though I want to cast on 9 million things, I really have to focus on like really like 2 or 3 projects at a time, because I can't just do one. I say that, but then like I only knit on that stupid sweater. Like, I didn't knit on anything else, but I had to have the option available.
Well, you have to always have socks on the needles. That's like a cardinal rule.
Yeah, like something very portable, because this was portable at the beginning, but then once it gets bigger, you can't. Well, I mean, you can, but it's very hard for me to sit there working on this big sweater, you know.
Especially when you had so many different skeins with it that you had to fade. Like, it wasn't.
That's not a take around town knit for me.
No.
I need something basic stockinette, maybe some ribbing if I'm feeling adventurous.
Yeah. I put a few things on hold that I just wasn't working on, but I'm gonna pick some of those back up. Although I want to cast on everything.
Well, what is that there? Because I need to see.
Oh my gosh.
So Sarah and I want to knit all the same things, so we're just kind of knitting along together. And we're doing the Party Top by Abby Knits. And
they're so dang cute.
It is so cute. Do you know what's so funny is it's a very simple pattern. It has eyelets on the sleeve, and then it's a 3/4 sleeve, and it's a cropped top, which I'm not sure I'm gonna love.
Top pattern.
There's so many I want to knit right now.
There's so many, but you know, I'm just not sure about styling them, because
dresses. I want dresses. I'm gonna buy dresses to wear
and rompers.
That's my
plan. I love rompers so much.
That's my plan. But I will say, like, that's the part that I am most uncomfortable with when dressing, is like I'm trying to cover up my tummy. So to have a crop top that then draws attention to that. You know, if you have like regular jeans and a t-shirt and a crop top, like, you're gonna have this section that's
totally. I would go like I'm very inspired by like the 50s-ish type thing right now. So like something that comes in at your natural waist and then flares out, I think is so fun.
Like I have a couple of really pretty linen dresses that I think will be great with that.
Well, it would add shape to something if it's a little bit looser and more like a sheath type thing. I think that would really.
And I also have seen them with like a with like a button down under it. That the button down was not really tight, and that was very cute.
And that is how I would wear it with pair of pants. Like, I would totally wear that with.
And I guess that's how she's got it too. But anyway, so we cast that on, and
our long tunic with leggings.
I don't have the
I
don't have the ball thing, but this is Madeline Tosh Pashmina, so it has some cashmere in it.
So
and it's primarily cream with black, and then, you know, the black, when you speckle it, it splits, and so there's little bits of pink and orange and blue, and it's really pretty. I can't remember the colorway name, but I'll put it on my Ravelry because the tag is in my yarn cabinet.
It's like Type or something, isn't it? Or something like that.
No, that's before she did those. It was at the same time that she did like the Holly Festival one is when she did that, and I can't Anyways, I'll look. So it's a really simple
DK
pattern.
Or a worsted?
DK, it's supposed to be DK. Mine is a sport.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a really simple pattern. For some reason, maybe lack of coffee,
I'm thinking it was coffee.
Struggled to do this stupid. Oh my God. Like the beginning, I did this part more times than I would like to admit. And I'm texting with Sarah going, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? It's not hard. It's like, oh my God. I don't know. Anyways, it's not hard. The pattern is not very in-depth as far as written. It's very minimal instructions, which is not to say that it's bad.
It's like a recipe.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think it's fine. But if you are tired, like I was, you may look at it and go, what the hell is happening here? Because I could not work it out. Oh, God. So anyhow, so not far. I would be further, however, just not. Okay, here it is. It's beautiful.
So cute, though.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be, I think it will go with everything, really.
I think it's perfect.
Which is funny. I don't wear black anymore. I lived in the city for too long, and I wore black all the time, and I refuse to wear black.
I usually wear black.
I wear black a lot.
Always.
Most of my work attire is black, and so at some point I have to knit myself a sweater that I can wear to work because you can't really wear that to a law firm and get away with it.
So you're further. You should show yours. It's so cool.
I am so excited about it.
And then we'll talk about this. And then
I dyed up some new yarn for it. And it has just very subtle speckling. Doesn't have a name yet. I asked a bunch of people on Instagram to help me name it. So if you have some ideas, I'd love for you to let me know.
I saw someone commented Lilac City, and I really love that.
Especially since we're the Lilac City.
Right?
So I was like, that's great. I think it was Susan who commented that. I thought that was very, very smart.
I saw that, and I was like, yeah.
So
like on my Instagram
it's so pretty.
Doing this technique that I learned on my... What was the name of that sweater that I dyed yarn for? That I put the...
Humulus?
Yeah, that one.
By Isabel Kramer.
Yes, and there was this technique that I used that we found because Kristen of Woolen Buying Yarns and Yarngasm podcast mentioned this technique on how to alternate skeins, and I don't remember the technique.
Helix knitting.
There you go. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing it with 3 skeins. I started out with the first one, and I did like all of the ribbing for the neck in it, and then I added in the second one, and after I got done with the whole yoke and I split for the sleeves, then I added in the third. So this is what it looks like so far.
I love everything you guys do.
I love it
Tell me
so
what to knit
much.
from now on. I will just buy the
So
yarn.
we have a list.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's her, and then I have a little bit to add to it. Like there's some that
she
are
has
together.
a couple that she's doing that I'm not.
Yeah.
Got the eyelets.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
This stupid eyelets. Like, let me just talk about this for 2 seconds. We're at 49 minutes, so we're good.
At making holes in my knitting.
Okay. There is this very simple, you literally only have to do this one thing every 6 rows. Yeah. Not hard. Okay, here's the tip I'm going to tell you. And you should just do this every single time, because at one point you will realize that, shoot, I have the wrong number of stitches to do this stupid eyelet row on. So at some point, I should have done this a little while ago, or maybe I still have to knit 2 more rows before I can do it now. But I don't know. So you fudge it, and then you're stuck fudging it the whole entire way. No. Stupid. So stupid. So here's my row. This is my tip for you. And I'm not giving anything away to the pattern. Every other row in the yoke, you are increasing, okay? Read your stupid knitting, and each one of these little purl bumpy things is a row. So you would go 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5.
And then
1, 3, 5.
Right.
1, 3,
or
5.
you can put a little marker like I did because I'm
so technically
needing coffee or something.
So technically, like if I had done that, I would have realized that, okay, I'm on an eyelet row or whatever. I did not do that. And in here, right here, I knit 2 more rows than I should have before doing the eyelet. No, you can't, other than the stitch counts off. So then I have to figure out where to put the eyelet and how many stitches I need to knit before sticking the stupid eyelet. And now I'm stuck doing that forever. And so then I was like, well, if I get myself back on track, then it'll be like, I'll have to have eyelets that are too close. So then I had to do eyelets on the wrong row.
It reminds me of when I was doing my beekeeper cardigan. Like, technically, I think I was making it more difficult on myself than it was, because it is more of like a recipe of when to put your bees in. But that definitely, like you talking about it, reminded me of that.
Because I got off, and I'm like, what? I don't know why I'm off.
That, I think, is why.
But I kept going. I'm just rolling with it because that's how I do.
Obviously, I did too. Like, once I split for the sleeves, I was like, I'll worry about that later.
I'm not going to rip it back again.
We'll see how frustrated I get.
Yours feels so, it's so much squishier. I mean, mine's very soft, but it's so thin because I'm doing a sport weight. But
oh, it is way thinner.
I'm wondering if it's going to be a mistake. Am I going to...
I don't think it will. I think you're going to love it in the summer, though.
Right? I think I think it has longer wearability.
I don't like tight things. I don't know, though. Anyway, well, so I love yours. And this,
the color.
I'm going to do the no frills in this color.
Yep, I'm dyeing her yarn
by
so she can do.
I think I need some, and I really do think, like, not just for you, but I like city, because I think also the gray kind of, like, I don't know, gives it a little bit of that edge of, like,
it's this.
That's the name.
I don't know if it's because we can't tell if the color is coming out accurate. It's like this super dusty, lilac-y, lavender, beautiful purple with some pinky purple subtle flecks.
And it's very subtle, so but pretty. You can still see that.
Yeah, like, I wanted like a sophisticated purple. Like
it's
when
definitely a good sweater color. There's not too much going on, but there is some interest. Like definitely a sweater quantity.
Yeah, I love it so much. And this really quick, we're at 53 minutes. I want to talk about this helix knitting because I'm sure you're all looking at me thinking I'm crazy, but it's really not complicated. And so what you do is it's a way, like, you would never be able to see where I am changing my yarn colors because all of my skeins are divided. Like, here's this one. And so I have one ball of yarn connected down here, one here, and one over here. Using one color, you knit until there are 6 stitches before the new color. Then you stop knitting. You slip the next 6 stitches onto your right needle, pretending like you already knit them, because you did. Then you pick up this yarn and knit until 6 stitches before the new color. Drop that yarn, slip. What it does is it spirals. You could do this with 20 different colors. The greatest thing is when you're trying to alternate skeins, it's this constant spiral. Like if you took, it's actually a really cool technique if you were doing your own self-striping, just single row striping, because it does like make a spiral. So if you did like a decrease on a hat, it makes a spiral all the way up, and it's so cool. But you never can tell. It just blends the yarn so nicely. And so I should
you don't have that weird, like, I get that ridge.
Yeah, there's no ridge. And it's because you're stopping and then you're sliding these all, so then it's almost like your tension is perfect again. That's why you're sliding. You're slipping the stitches.
I'm gonna have to try that for when I do the petite knits, the no frills sweater. I'll try that because that is a really good technique. And you know, for indie dyed yarn, I think everybody knows. But in case you don't, you always want to alternate skeins because even from the same lot, the colors can vary just a little bit. Maybe one skein took more of the dye or more of the speckles than another, and so they can vary.
This was
sometimes kind of significantly
the same dye lot. But my two little skeins definitely ended up with more speckles. And this one had a medium amount, and this one has not very many at all. And so I feel like it's very important, even though they were all from the same batch, that you just need to.
Yeah, they're more like sister skeins than like...
Yeah. But you would never know.
Everyone's unique.
Like to me, it feels like it looks like it's very, like it's gorgeous. Had one perfect skein that I'm just working from.
Yeah.
So.
Heck yeah.
So I think that's all of our projects right now, right?
Yeah.
And then we have a giveaway. So we have a skein of yarn from O Loops. Oh, it's so pretty. It's called the Bloody Baron, which is a Harry Potter
reference.
And it has some peach and some kind of salmony coral and some butter yellow. It's a little bit of gray and cream. It's so pretty.
I feel like it's a good spring color
It
right
is
now.
really
It's
good
like a
spring
perfect
color.
Easter color.
So, and that is on her platinum sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon.
Well,
maybe
that
this is an older one, right?
She's changed her name, so now it's a different name, but it's the same base. So just whatever that is, like her now
75.
Yeah.
So
and it's 100 grams, 463 yards. So if you looked at her base names, I forgot she changed her base names.
Yeah.
But if you look, I know on her website she has a description of them, so you'd be able to find out what that's called now. But so there's that, and then this cute little pouch, little Notions pouch from Cherry Pie Cottage.
The flamingos.
I keep turning it wrong. I don't know what my problem is. With the flamingos, because it looks so cute together. And then inside there's pineapples. Okay,
pineapples.
and then a little Cherry Pie Cottage. It's like a chocolate cupcake situation. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, sorry for the crinkling. So that's inside. And so all of that is for giveaway for this episode. Awesome. So do we want to do that on YouTube or on Ravelry?
Let's do it on YouTube.
Okay.
I think that would be fun. Let's do it on YouTube. And what's the prompt? We talked a lot about sweaters. Maybe spring sweater situations?
Yeah.
Like what's on your list?
Yeah.
Spring
do you have
sweaters?
a spring sweater that you are working on or casting on?
Or just thinking about. Maybe you don't knit sweaters, but you love them. Like, what's your favorite right now?
Yeah, that would be good. So if you want to just comment below with that, and then we'll draw a winner before our next, whenever that is.
Before our next podcast, which we are really hoping that we can try and make this more of a monthly thing.
Yeah.
As close to that as possible.
Yeah, so we'll try. And then as on most other giveaways, please don't mention giveaway of free yarn or anything like that, because people search that in the YouTube thing and then you get a little trolls or whatever.
Yeah, don't do that.
We don't want to do that. We want someone, who really wants to win the yarn to win it. So that's on there. So I think that's everything.
I think that's everything, right?
Awesome.
Well, actually,
oh,
I have presents for you guys.
What?
Number one, for just being amazing people and friends and everything. And life was a little crazy for me, and you guys stuck through it like champs. Like I couldn't ask for better support and just your patience.
Kayla.
And I can't, I'm not gonna go into it too much, but life was pretty hard for the last few months, and you guys were there. So I'm giving you guys, they're not even in the shop yet.
Thanks, Kayla.
My new spring.
Thank you.
Progress.
Oh my gosh. I've been looking at these, and I asked Kayla. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I asked her, I said, I want to buy these.
Oh my god, they're so
cute. Badly. Especially this one, because it's my purple. Yeah. As soon as she sent me a picture of this one, I was like, oh, it looks like my sweater.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That's so sweet.
These are all
going in your shop though, right?
They will be, yes. Yes, I have definitely
more.
I'm
putting on my sweater right now.
I know, me too. So that's wipsonsticks.com.
Yes.
And also on Etsy too still, right? Sort of go both, right?
Yep, they go both. I actually have my website through Etsy, so either way, it pretty much all goes to the same place.
It's like a lavender lemon cupcake. with sparkles.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so excited.
Kayla, thank you
very
so
nice.
much.
I had so much fun speckling with gold. You have no idea. Like, my hands were all covered in gold. I was like, this is amazing.
I love
fun.
this
I'm
little
one on every
Cadbury
project.
Easter egg. What are, oh my gosh.
That's
okay,
that's
so
one I put on.
we're at an hour, so I'm not going to rave
Yeah.
too much, but I love Easter candy so much. It is like my favorite. For instance, I have a Peep stitch marker on my socks.
I was looking at that while you were talking.
I don't like to eat Peeps, okay? But I think they're so stinking cute.
The stitch marker is very cute. Actual Peeps, I
Right.
can't even look at them.
Oh my
it's
God.
like Peeps and candy corn. I don't even want to talk about
Look
it.
at this. I have a sparkly
adorable.
Peep stitch marker. Actually, I bought 2 of them. So one of my friends, Amy, I won't mention her last name, she hates Peeps, like with a passion. And so for fun, I bought her and I each a Peep stitch marker because I had to. It's just so funny, right? So I love Easter Cadbury, the chocolate ones, the little ones that have like the robin crunchy shell.
I
like
get
those
those every
too.
year.
I like those.
I have to limit
hoard
myself.
those.
No, I eat them in like a bag at a time. It's like not even good. It's so not good
I
because I
told
put
the kids
them.
they were gross.
Oh, my kids
So
know they are not
eat
gross.
them.
My kids know they are not gross. So, and the thing is that I have like this little candy dish. It was my grandma's old candy dish. She has like multiple ones, and so I have them all kind of through the house. Obviously, if you all know me and have been watching me at all for the last 5 years, 7 years, whatever I've been podcasting, you know I love candy. So it should not surprise you that I have multiple candy dishes throughout my house. But
That's funny.
I like dump them in, and when you walk by, you just have to grab not just one, you have to grab like a handful. So then you can like finish your tasks and have your handful. Oh my god, I love them so much. So anyways,
God,
long
so
story
funny.
short, these.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Kayla.
so much, Kayla.
You are
You're
so
sweet.
welcome.
Well, I'm glad that we could all get together.
Finally.
We're just over an hour, so let's.
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
So if you guys liked today's episode, enjoyed hanging out with us a little bit, please like and subscribe. Hit that little thumbs up button that lets other people find us. That would be awesome.
Share it with your friends.
Share it.
Make
Yes,
sure you hit
please.
that little bell to get notified when we have our next
Important.
episode up.
Especially considering that we don't podcast weekly, so
Right.
that's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you enjoyed us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you again later.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.